Okay, Ms. McKinney, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Your Honor, I am here to try to recoup costs that I've incurred with my daughter.
All right.
She's 9 years old. She's been with me since birth, and I'm paying for everything. I've been doing it all on my own.
All right.
Without a problem, but I've been doing it all on my own.
All right. And when you say all on your own, Dad isn't helping out financially at all?
At all.
Okay. And you said your daughter's 9.
Yes.
Is she involved in any type of extracurricular activities? That word always messes me up.
Yes, ma'am. Basketball, track and field, and tennis.
All right.
Meet Miss McKenna, a mother who's been carrying the weight of parenthood alone for 9 years. She came to court not for revenge, but for justice. Her daughter plays basketball, runs track, and swings tennis rackets. But her father, he's never paid a dime, and now she's done staying silent. The court listens, but will the father finally be forced to listen too? Stay with us, because what's revealed next might break the case wide open.
Does Dad pay for any of those?
No, ma'am.
How much are the fees associated annually with each one of those?
Annually, probably roughly $4,700.
All right. Is Dad aware that she's in these activities?
Yes.
All right. The extracurricular activities, does he attend those?
No, Your Honor.
So he doesn't pay for those?
No.
So what is the backstory? I mean, she's 9, so were you all in a relationship previously? Like what happened?
We were in a situationship for a weekend.
What in the world is that?
The judge asked the big question. Does Dad contribute anything to his daughter's life? The answer, a flat no. Not a dollar. Not even for her sports dreams that cost nearly $5,000 a year. And when asked about their relationship, Miss McKinney drops a courtroom bombshell. It was a situationship for a weekend. The court is stunned. But just wait until you hear what that weekend really entailed.
Well, it was a little bit more than a one-night stand. It lasted approximately 72 hours. I was on business in Washington, D.C., and he was there for a teacher's conference. I met him at a nightclub.
Ooh,
and
I need to be careful what I ask.
Well, listen, the night grew long, and things happened within the next 72 hours. That's the extent of it.
Okay, and you got pregnant?
Yes.
Okay. Was he involved in the pregnancy?
Well, he was definitely there.
Well, no, throughout your pregnancy.
Oh, throughout? No, ma'am.
Okay.
She describes a 72-hour whirlwind in DCA, a business trip that turned personal fast, a nightclub, a teacher's conference, and then a pregnancy. But from that moment on, she was alone. No calls, no check-ins, and definitely no father at her side. Her heartbreak echoes across the courtroom as she shares what came next. But the judge wants to know, where was he when the baby arrived?
So you've just literally had the baby, no help from him, nothing like that. Did he show up at the hospital?
No, he was late.
Okay. So did you all have a DNA test done?
No.
Does he know he's the father?
He doesn't think that he is, and he's the only Caucasian that I've ever been with, so.
Okay. So that's where the issue lies then. He doesn't believe he's the father, which is why he hasn't given you any money.
But he sent text messages, and he sent happy birthdays, things of that nature.
When the baby was born, she waited and waited, but the father never showed. Not at the hospital, not to sign papers, not even for a photo. And why? He claims he doesn't believe the child is his. But she's clear. He's the only Caucasian man she's ever been with. Could denial be his excuse to disappear? You won't believe the weak proof he uses next.
How is she doing? So I believe if he didn't care at all, he wouldn't send those text messages. Now, he's done that for the past 9 years. I've just never seen any greenbacks to follow those texts.
Okay. So when he arrived at the hospital, did he sign the acknowledgement of paternity?
No, Your Honor. When I meant he was late, the baby was already a week old at the time. I was already at home. We'd left the hospital. That's what I mean by late.
Oh, so he didn't show up at the hospital at all?
No, Your Honor.
So he didn't sign the birth certificate or any acknowledgement of paternity or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
Text messages don't pay bills. Miss McKinney reveals that Dad sends birthday texts, but never sends a single dollar. And when the judge asks about legal paternity, turns out he didn't sign anything. No birth certificate, no acknowledgement, nothing. It's like she and her child were invisible. But now it's his turn to speak, and things get heated.
So you're here today to do what exactly?
Well, I was hoping you would be able to help me, first and foremost, establish paternity
Okay.
at this point.
All right.
And
We would definitely have to do that before any child support takes place.
Of course,
Okay.
of course.
All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him?
No, that's pretty much it. I've just been doing everything on my own. In my heart of hearts, I know that he is the father. I have no doubt. I'm just needing assistance.
Okay. All right.
She's not just here for a check. She's here for the truth. Miss McKinney requests a paternity test. After years of silence and absence, she's finally putting it in front of a judge. She knows he's a father. But can science finally force him to take responsibility? It's his time on the stand next, and he's got a lot to say.
Sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is what she's saying. Now, let me be clear in my questions because I just realized that I probably shouldn't have asked that question like that. Now, bypass all the 72-hour stuff that she talked about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, she's pregnant.
She was.
Okay, you were not involved in that process at all in
No.
terms of the pregnancy.
Look, let me just start off by saying that most of what she said is essentially true.
Okay.
Although there's some giant omissions in there and some things that you need to take into account to get the full picture.
The father steps up and admits most of her story is true, but claims there's more to it. He says she left out details and insists she's hiding the full picture. Could there be a twist? Or is this just the start of his defense? You won't believe the context he's about to drop.
Well, does it involve the 72-hour
So
thing?
we were involved approximately that amount of time, yes.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I don't want to know any specific
don't
details
worry.
about that.
I'm not here to give you the details of it. I'm just here to tell you that we were in an intimate relationship on and off for about 72 hours, yes.
Okay. So, after you found out she was pregnant, what happened?
Well, first let me add some context to everything before I answer that, Your Honor. She works for the federal government.
He confirms a 72-hour fling and insists there's more to the story. But when asked what he did after learning she was pregnant, he deflects. Instead, he shifts the focus, saying her job pays more than his. Is this a dodge or a defense? Then he drops a bomb about her career. This courtroom is just warming up.
I'm a teacher. I'm a high school teacher. She
Okay.
makes significantly more money than I do. I make about $60,000 a year. I don't know the exact figure of her annual income, but I know it's a lot more than that. She's in far better position to support her daughter than I would be, and what she's asking for.
You
for
said
me
her daughter, so you truly don't believe this is your child?
I am willing to accept that it may be, but we've not done a DNA test. What she said about being only with one Caucasian man, I have no way of knowing if that's true. She's lied before to me. So don't take, she was honest with a lot of the stuff she said fairly, but.
He claims she's better off, earning more, living better. But when the judge asks point blank, do you believe this is your child? His answer's far from confident. He says, maybe. He doubts. He blames her honesty. But there's more. He's hiding something big. He drops another baby into the mix.
Here's a big thing she forgot to mention. I have a son of my own. I have a newborn son, and with my fiance.
Congratulations.
What does
Thank
that
you
have
very
to do
much.
with this?
This is
Well,
what it has.
I allowed you
Okay.
the opportunity to speak. This is his time.
Yes,
now,
ma'am.
I asked you, was there anything else you needed me to know before I moved over to
But
him?
I already know he's gonna push my buttons.
Okay, well, just sit there and don't let him push your buttons.
Okay.
That's the ease, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can do that.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead.
So I have a newborn son with my fiance, and I know that he's my son for sure. And I know, and
How do you know for sure?
Because he's
Well-
white.
be-
Ma'am.
He says he knows his new baby is because he's white. You heard that right. His proof? Skin color. Miss McKinney explodes. Courtroom tension boils over. The judge tries to keep the peace, but this moment is unforgettable. This isn't just a case. It's an emotional war zone.
because the woman who gave birth to him has been with me and only me for the past 3 years now. That's how I know that he is my son. And he does, despite being a newborn, having a little newborn face, he does look like me. I can tell. So But anyway, what she's asking for, she does not need financial compensation from me to support possibly our daughter. And the other factor she didn't take into consideration.
Wait a minute. Did I hear that right? Let me rewind.
Yeah, he said need.
Let me
I'm sorry.
rewind that. You said she does not need money from you.
He praises his new son's features, says he looks like him, and doubles down. He claims Miss McKinney doesn't need child support because she's doing fine. But needing support isn't the law. Being a parent is. The judge leans in and hits rewind. Then comes a line that shuts down the whole courtroom.
So let me make sure I got that right.
Because she makes so much more than me.
Right. So even if it is your child,
Right.
she still doesn't need to get money from you?
In my opinion, this is what she's doing here right now has nothing to do with needing money. It has to do with jealousy. She's trying to interfere with my relationship with my new son and my fiance.
Baby, I care less about that, okay? Two things for certain, one for sure. I care less about that.
Excuse me. I thought
sorry.
we weren't going to allow him to push your button.
I
Thank
left
you.
one button out. I'm
I've
sorry.
got buttons.
Thank
Well,
you.
I've gathered all my buttons and you ain't gonna push
Well,
them.
you
I got a
know,
whole control panel.
excuse
nobody
me,
asked
excuse
you that.
me. The only
You're
person
so
that's
freaking
going to be,
childish.
excuse me.
He says it's not about the child. It's about jealousy. He accuses Miss McKinney of trying to ruin his happy new life. She tries to stay calm, but the tension cracks. The judge warns her, control yourself or lose your case. The atmosphere is explosive. Someone's about to snap.
The only person that's going to be pressing buttons up here is me.
I'm trying not to press his head.
Well, we're definitely not going to do that because then the bailiff will have to escort you out and then I'll more than likely dismiss your case. So that wouldn't be a good thing, right? Ultimately, the both of you are here for one thing. You all want to find out if he is indeed the father of your daughter. Is that correct?
Yes, sure.
Seems like a weird place to do that. I don't see a DNA kit anywhere nearby.
Oh, now
well,
you're
we
challenging
do
her
that. We do that
circumstance.
in a different area.
Stupid.
We have,
Okay.
excuse me, that wasn't very nice.
Well, it wasn't nice for him to dish your courtroom.
The judge steps in, fearless. Only I press buttons here, he declares. As chaos unfolds, the courtroom is reminded why they're really here, to find the truth. And with a DNA test on the table, that truth is coming fast. But what happens when the dad starts disrespecting the courtroom itself?
I'm just saying.
No disrespect to your court, ma'am.
I don't take offense to that because I don't sit up and let people push my buttons often, all right? So this is what we are going to do. We are going to reset this pending DNA results. Now, if for any reason the child does come back, the DNA test does come back and you are the father, you will have to start paying child support, being ordered today, all right?
Can I respond to that, Judge, if I may? We were in what amounted to a long one-night stand. We never committed ourselves to each other.
The judge resets the case pending DNA results. But before the room can breathe, Dad tries one last desperate defense. We were never in a relationship. As if that excuses 9 years of silence. The judge isn't having it and calls it out. But Dad still has one more excuse up his sleeve.
I wasn't even aware that she gave birth until like a week after it happened.
Lies.
No, I was never told that.
Excuse me, Miss McKinney,
Yes, Your Honor. It's the lies.
it's the buttons. Woosah. Okay? Now, to your point, I was looking here through this Texas family code looking for where it says that you have to be in a relationship with somebody to not have to pay child support, and it doesn't exist.
He claims he never knew she gave birth, blames it on poor communication. But the judge shuts it down immediately. Where in the law, he asks, does it say you must be in a relationship to pay child support? The answer, it doesn't. The law is catching up, and so is his past.
Well, she never, said. I was under the impression, from what I remember, that she was on birth control. Now, that may be my faulty memory, but I never entered into this relationship with any intention.
Even still, let's just be clear. Birth control or not, a 9-year-old child is here. These are the facts. A 9-year-old child is here who deserves support, not only from her mother, but from her potential father as well. So we are going to reset this matter, get some DNA testing done. So to my original thought, If you are the father, you will start paying child support being ordered as of today, all right?
He tries to argue about birth control, but it's too late. A 9-year-old child exists, and the law doesn't care about memories. It cares about responsibility. The judge orders DNA testing immediately, and if he's the father, support begins today. The moment of truth is just around the corner.
If he is not the father, you can come back to court and petition as many people. Now, don't take that offensive. I'm not saying that you just been with everybody or anything like that, but you can come back and petition as many people as necessary, because this child, as I just stated, deserves to have the support from not only her mother, but from her potential father as well. So, do you all have any questions about what you're going to do?
No, Your Honor.
No.
No? Okay. And you have to make your daughter available for testing as well.
She's available.
Okay.
She's here.
Okay. So we can go ahead and get that taken care of today.
Oh, yes, we could.
Okay, so we'll reset y'all. Thank you.
Thank you.
The judge lays it out. If he's not the father, petition someone else. If he is, child support begins today. No more running. No more excuses. This little girl deserves the truth. And finally, she's going to get it. If this case made you feel something, drop a comment. Do you think the father will step up if the DNA confirms it? Like, share, and subscribe for more courtroom stories that reveal the truth behind the testimony.